The almighty iconic Frankston line is an integral part of Melbourne's culture. It opened in parts with Hawkesburn to Caulfield in 1879, to Mordialloc in 1881, and to Frankston in 1882. The future holds a potential extension for the line, with current plans for the line to be extended to Baxter on the Stony Point line. Past plans have seen the line go to Langwarrin and Mornington. And now, it's time to head to our first station. Hawkesburn Station opened on the 7th of May in 1879 and has 559,000 passengers. Named after the Hawkesburn estate that it's built in, the station buildings were opened in 1914, and they're beautiful. The station will be home to the eastern turnback of the Metro Tunnel. I think it's time for a bit of Toorak. Toorak Station opened on the 7th of May 1879 and had 554,000 annual passengers. It serves the suburb of Armadale, despite the name being Toorak. It was almost named after Albert Jacka, Australia's first recipient of the Southern Cross and St Kilda's mayor at the time. And now we have Armadale. Armadale Station opened on the 7th of May 1879 and serves 661,000 passengers. Named after Armadale in Scotland, which was the residence of former Premier and Attorney General of Victoria. The first three stations, and even maybe the fourth, are incredibly similar because they're built by the same architect. Anyway, the next station is Malvern. Malvern Station was named after the Malvern Hills in England, the residence of the majority of the council in the 1850s. The station buildings are heritage listed, and I think there used to be a good siding over here until 1988. Anyway, on to Caulfield. Caulfield Station, just like the other four, was opened on the 7th of May in 1879 and is the 7th busiest station in Melbourne with 4.71 million passengers. It serves Monash Uni's Caulfield campus and the Caulfield Racecourse, along with 4 million others. Platform 1 is a building built in 1974 that served as a race ticket office for the Caulfield Racecourse. Now, when coming to Caulfield, I didn't expect there to be a goods platform at the end, so any information on that would be highly appreciated. Anyway, time to leave the Cranbourne and Pakenham lines and go to Glen Huntley. Glen Huntley Station opened in 1881 as Glen Huntley's Road, renamed Glen Huntley in 1882, and finally Glen Huntley in 1937. Glen Huntley Road level crossing is only one of 3 tram squares left in Melbourne and is set to be removed with the nearby Nearham Road. In 1987, a third platform was provided as part of Frankston line triplication, and the station buildings from the 1880s were demolished. Passenger numbers 1.07 million. Next station, Almond. Almond Station opened on the 19th of December 1881 as North Road, renamed in 1897. This new station was opened in 2016 and was one of the first to be removed level crossings. Passenger numbers have been increasing by 200,000 every year, with passenger numbers this year being 115,000, and the next station is McKinnon. McKinnon Station opened on the 1st of September in 1884 as McKinnon's Road, renamed in 1885. The new station opened in August of 2016 with Almond Station, and passenger numbers are at 485,000. Fun fact, if you come to the end of the platforms and look up that way, you can see trains at Bentley Station. Anyway, let's move on to Bentley Station. Bentley Station opened on the 19th of December in 1881 as East Brighton, renamed Bentley in 1907.
Morning passengers, welcome to Bentley Station.
The station has 787,000 passengers annually, and when it was at level, it was an exact replica of McKinnon Station and even had a secret subway entrance that was filled in. Bentley is named after Victorian politician Thomas Bent. Not sure where they got the Lee from, but the next station is Patterson. Patterson Station opened on the 28th of May 1961, I think, and serves 357,000 passengers. It's named after the road that it's built over, and the third track was provided in 1987. If you ever exit Patterson Station, you'll see an amazing array of mosaics on both sides of the road. And with that, we move to Moorabbin. Moorabbin Station opened on the 19th of December 1881 as South Brighton, renamed in 1907. In 1959, the now deep-cut station was built to reduce the South Road and the Bean Highway congestion. The station has 744,000 passengers annually, and now we move to Hyatt. Hyatt opened as Hyatt's Road on the 19th of December 1881 and was renamed in 1885. The station buildings were built in 1883 and are still here today 137 years later. Besides two refurbishments, they look much the same. In 1925, the gates at the level crossing were not closed and a car was hit by a parcel train, killing 9 people. It's the first station towards Frankston to have only 2 platforms, and the station has 521,000 annual passengers. Next, we move to Southland, the newest station on the line. Southland Station opened on the 26th of November 2017. Last year, they had 300,000 passengers, but I can guarantee you that will grow. Plans for the station here began in the 1880s, but they were hindered by the Great Depression. In 1968, when Southland opened, the land for the proposed station was occupied by the St. John of God Home for Boys. In 2010, the plans resurfaced, and finally in 2015, after major delays, construction began and finished by the end of 2017. Now we move to Cheltenham, which is getting a new look. Cheltenham Station opened on the 19th of December 1881 and had 904,000 passengers. It's closed for now. It's named after the hometown in England of the owner of the Cheltenham land in the 1850s. Platform 1 was a terminus platform provided in 1956 as a goods siding. The level crossing has been the site of 2 fatal crashes in the 21st century, and that's why it's got to go. In the future, the station is going into a deep trench with 3 platforms and is set to be the starting point of the suburban rail loop in 2050. Anyway, let's go to Mentone Station. It is also getting an upgrade or rebuild. Mentone Station opened on the 19th of December 1881 as Mentone, renamed to Borkum in 1882 and renamed back to Mentone in 1884. Passenger numbers are at 916,000, and Borkum Road level crossing is supposedly the first level crossing in Melbourne to have boom gates. Level crossing is getting removed by making a big trench from Cheltenham to Mentone, removing 3 big level crossings in one go. This means Mentone Station is closed for now, and the heritage listed buildings, I hope they use them in the future. And now, let's move to Parkdale. Parkdale Station opened on the 1st of September 1919 and has 426,000 passengers. The station is named after local homesteader and pioneer William Parker. That building at the start of the station, that's a disused signal box, and that level crossing had boom gates in 1985. Parkdale has some amazing shelters, and I think it's time to go to Mordialloc. Mordialloc Station opened on the 19th of December 1881 and has 726,000 passengers. And there's a train. Derives from the Aboriginal words Mordialloc, meaning muddy creek or little sea. It has many heritage listed buildings or structures, including the station buildings, which were built in 1882 and 1887, and the last Edwardian water tower in Victoria. Now I'm sure some of you Morty Alec passengers are wondering what the hell that is. Well, the tower provided and stored water for steam trains and is made of reinforced concrete, bluestone and bricks. Anyway, let's move on to Aspendale Station. Aspendale Station opened in April of 1891, was originally named Aspendale Park Racecourse and has 236,000 annual passengers. The station is named after the racecourse it was built for, and that racecourse was named after the famous horse Aspen. It's not official, but I think that Aspendale is the closest station to the ocean in Melbourne. So the horses on the platform 2 side of the subway represent the Aspendale Park Racecourse, and these seahorses represent the station being so close to the ocean. I quite like Aspendale Station, it's very simple, it's quite nice. Anyway, on to Edith Dale. Edith Dale opened on the 20th of September 1919 and was named after a local farm. Passenger numbers are 314,000 and the station buildings were rebuilt in 1981. Although there are no remnants today, the platform used to keep going into a siding on the other side of the road. Edith Dale is a great station, but now we move to Chelsea. Chelsea Station opened on the 4th of February 1907 and says 511,000 passengers. It's named after Chelsea in England, the birthplace of a pioneer's mother. Boom gates got added to the level crossing in 1977, and this station is very pretty. We'll be getting a new Chelsea station early next year, with the line going into the trench for this station and Edithdale Station. Now, let's move to Bomb Beach. Bomb Beach opened on the 15th of February 1926 and caters for 215,000 passengers. The name was selected by the Department of Rails in 1926, and this station could have been named Bondi, Beachside, Heathtail, or Bon Heath. The station was completely rebuilt in 1981 and features in season 4 of TV show Kath and Kim. Lowering of the line under Bondi Road will remove another crossing, create a new Bond Beach station. This means the line from Edith Dale to Bond Beach will be completely crossing free by 2022. The station buildings are a complete mix of Edith Dale and Aspendale, and it's time to go to Carrum. Carrum Station opened on the 1st of August in 1882. Passenger numbers are at 630,000, and this new station opened in February of 2020. To all the pretty stations on the Frankston line, this is the best. I mean, the bloody beach is right there. The word Carrum comes from the Aboriginal word Karam Karam, which means boomerang. And now, we go to Seaford. Seaford Station opened on the 1st of December 1913 and has 379,000 passengers. The name came from residents' suggestion, however, mainly came from the councillor's hometown, Sealford, minus the L. During the 70s and the 80s, there used to be a train siding at the end of platform 2. So the siding would have been here, and it was closed because it was too expensive and vandalous. Just ruined it. Anyway, 2 more. Cannonook Station is next. Cannonook Station opened on the 25th of August in 1974 and serves 295,000 passengers. The station is named after the nearby Cannonook Creek, and the station has been upgraded 3 times, including when the East Link was built. Finally, the station featured in the 2004 TV show Sensing Murder. And finally, we move to Frankston. Frankston Opened on the 1st of August in 1882 and has 1.206 million passengers every year. Frankston is either named after an early settler or an army general in the Second Sikh War. The adjacent bus interchange serves 23 bus services. The end of the station had a massive 70-foot turntable until 1965. The station also serves the terminus of the Stony Point line, which I'll be doing a video on soon. In 2018, the station was completely rebuilt and it resulted in a massive white, some say catastrophe. I think it's pretty beautiful. And there you have it, the Frankston line. Time for an outro. And I've decided to do the outro at one of my new favourite stations, Cheltenham. Some takeaways from the line. Lots of the stations opened in 1879 and 1881. Most, not all, but most stations have a thick white line in the middle of the platforms for wheelchair access and people with bikes just like me. Thank you for watching this Frankston line video. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe, and if you want to see your favourite line done, comment down below. This has been the Trainman, and until next time, goodbye.